This is the FCI Mondioring Grand Prix for Level 2, held back in October 2023 in Portugal. Coming onto the field is the team from Belgium, Philippe and his dog Roy.
To meet Andrea, who will take care about all kinds of reservations. It is important.
This exercise is the food refusal.
So it is important that it need to be first. If you want to get there, you need to confirm your text.
And they will be getting full points, 10 out of 10. The next exercise is the healing. The judge has set up 3 different distractions for this exercise. The first one is the bird with the fruit on the floor. Then there's the crate of firewood that some dogs get weirded out by. And finally, there's smoke coming out of the campfire. The judge deemed the dog was 2 meters away from the handler and deducted 2 points, 4 out of 6 for this exercise.
Okay, so as a reminder, for all information regarding and pay for their reservation.
Next, we have the send away. Note that the optimal zone is between the 2 cows on the other end of the field.
Il y a une tente où nous sommes en train de donner toutes les informations qui sont nécessaires. Pour ceux qui ont déjà des tickets, il est nécessaire de confirmer la participation malgré tout. Et pour ceux qui n'en ont pas, il suffit juste de demander les informations.
So the dog went very wide of the optimal zone, which is an 8-point deduction. And the judge penalized another point for the zigzag. So only 3 points out of 12 gained for this exercise. Next, we have the retrieve. The retrieve item is the yellow garden hose. But this exercise is unusual because the handler will be sitting down while throwing the item. The dog went before the signal, which will be a 4-point deduction. I think that's a drop, so -1. And the dog didn't sit to present the item, so -6 all in all. Next exercise is the absence of handler. The dog has to down in a tight space between the barrels, which can be difficult for some dogs. The distraction will be someone ringing a bell from behind the dog. That was okay, the dog didn't get up to see where the sound was coming from. And this will be a full point exercise. Next exercise is the scent discrimination. The dog has to identify a piece of wood belonging to the handler from 3 other identical pieces of wood. This exercise has an added difficulty of the wood being behind a fence. Some dogs may have difficulty with this if they're only used to doing this exercise in open field. So the dog has to first find the area where the wood was placed and then discriminate it from 3 other identical pieces of wood. The dog went inside the tent, but that's not where the woods are. Came back out, I think he's got it. No, he actually went around the tent, but I think he now has the scent. He's found the piece of wood and he will only get the 1-point penalty for chewing. The deputy judge confirmed that it's the correct one. And the next exercise is the change of positions. The dog needs to make 6 position changes in level 2. The initial position is a down. In level 2, the handler stands 10 meters away from the dog. First, the dog has to do a stand, then a sit, followed by a down, then a sit, then a stand, then a down. Then the handler recalls the dog. And this will be a full point exercise, 20 out of 20. We now go to the jumps. The jump of choice is the palisade. This is worth 15 points. And they will get full points for this exercise. Then we have the hurdle, which is mandatory in level 2 and is worth 20 points. 10 points for the forward jump and 10 points for the return jump. Forward jump is okay. And return jump is also okay, so full points. And now we move on to the biteword exercise, starting with the flee with gunshots. The decoy for this exercise is Kilian Franc from Belgium. Good entry. Unfazed by the gunshots. The dog stayed on for 2 seconds after the recall and was penalized 4 points. The next exercise is the defensive handler. First major distraction is the smoke coming out of the campfire, followed by a bucket of water and the hit. So the dog managed to catch the aggression on the handler. No penalties for this exercise so far. Full points, 30 out of 30. This now is the search and escort. The dog managed to find the decoy's location and they will now go into the escort. There's the first escape. The decoy managed to take 1 meter, which will be worth 1 point. No meters escaped in the second attempt. The decoy can use the obstacle in his final escape attempt. Excellent catch by the dog, no meters escaped. However, he did stay on for 1 second after the out, so that will be penalized to 2 points. 37 out of 40 for this exercise. Next exercise is the stick over the obstacle. Same decoy for this one, Yoann Lebreton of France. Missed entry 1 second not in bite. Recall, but the dog still not outing. So he was penalized all 10 of the recall points, then 2 seconds not in bite, so this is 28 out of 40. The last exercise is the face with accessories. Another delayed bite by 1 second. Apparently, the handler had to command the dog twice at the start line, so they lost all 10 of their starting points. Still a passing score, 251 out of 300.